All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Took this absolute banger trade today. We ended up catching just around 300 points. Here are the executions. Let me pull them up really quick. So here's the executions right here. Pretty crazy day. We had CPI today, a lot of volume, a lot of volatility, and yeah, we capitalized on this. I waited all session for this. I'm going to run through everything for you guys really quick. So, oh, and also the Funded Next Bolt accounts. That's what I was trading today. I think they're 20% off. So code LukeX 20% off. If you guys want a Funded Next Bolt account, there's no consistency on the funded, and you can get daily payouts after you get above the $52,100 buffer. So go check that out. I think it's like one use. Not 100%. I'll have to double check. But anyway, coming into the day today, you could see I put in here, I said I wanted to see this low resistance liquidity get run into this unfilled 4 hour. I mean, it's like a pretty obvious like scenario that I was eyeing, because it just made sense. If you've seen last night, I took a trade in Asia aiming for that 4 hour. Well, not aiming for it, but with the conviction that we'd go to that 4 hour. I ended up hitting TP anyway, but I thought we'd run that overnight, but we don't. And overnight, you could see that we print all of this low resistance liquidity. So when I come onto the charts in the morning and I see low resistance liquidity being printed away from an unfilled 4 hour gap, I'm very confident that price is going to want to like aggressively push to the upside, run through that low resistance liquidity and trade into that 4 hour. Now, starting off all the way from the top, right? We were delivering off a weekly gap. Okay, so what happens after we sweep out a ton of liquidity? We're going to want to rebalance price. We're going to look for sweep liquidity and then rebalance, right? We're going to sweep liquidity, imbalance, sweep liquidity, imbalance. So after we sweep out all that liquidity, I want to see this 4 hour imbalance get filled, which we can use as a condition. If price respects it, we look for lower. If we trade through it, we look for higher. So that's what I was looking for coming into the day. Now we had CPI. So as you can see, CPI pushed price up and we were kind of just chopping around. So what I was looking at was this 30-minute gap right here, and below this 30-minute gap we had the CPI data low. So market opens up, we initially get this move to the upside, and then we end up shifting down. Now I've seen a lot of people long right here, but personally I'm not longing right here because we still have we literally still have that data low below, and we can still easily make a run lower towards the unfilled 15. So I personally was not a fan of that. From there we get this move to the upside, we get this retrace. I personally did not want longs here. This high just swept this high. We still have data lows below. So what I was looking for, even though I had the higher time frame bullish conviction, I was looking for a continuation play a little bit higher. So I didn't want to long here until we kind of confirmed that we wanted to go past this, if that makes sense. So we end up getting it, but like I just did not get my entry I wanted. So as you can see right here, price comes back. We tap into this 15-minute gap, 10 a.m. manipulation. We also, I think we had an SMT here. I honestly just hesitated on this, and I was kind of looking for an inverse or a CISD, and then I don't know, I was just kind of thrown off here, to be honest. We got this candle, probably could have entered here and then just targeted the 4 hour, which would have gave a 1-to-1. Maybe you got break even though on this, to be honest, after it took this high out. But I don't know, I just kind of hesitated on it. I was also watching this 2-minute gap, and I was waiting to see. I was like, maybe if we inverse this 2-minute right here, I'll take it. But we just kind of we're just messing around here. So I was like, whatever, maybe we're just going to print low resistance liquidity. We're going to tap into this 4 hour, and I can catch a massive short all the way down towards data low. That was my like idea at this point. Because yes, I wanted longs towards the 4 hour, but the whole thing is using that 4 hour to our advantage. Either we take profit at the 4 hour for longs, or we're using that 4 hour for shorts. So like either way, I'm using that 4 hour. I'm using that like what I came into the day with, that guidance. So we get this move into this 4 hour, and we get this little SMT right here. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, ES is starting to stall now. We could see ES puts in a lower high, NQ puts in a higher high. So I'm getting a little more confident that we're going to get an opportunity for shorts at this point. Because again, we're delivering off a higher time frame gap, which is a 4 hour. We have low resistance liquidity, and we have a data low. So like I'm very confident in shorts. Now I'm just looking for an entry at this point. So I wasn't 100% sure if we were going to manipulate into this 1 hour. I didn't think we would. But what I was watching this whole time was this 3-minute, because I kept seeing us respect this 3-minute, respect this 3-minute. And then I start seeing the lower time frame. We start breaking structure. You can see we get this move down. We put in a lower high right here. So this is just textbook market structure. We push higher. We get this sweep here. We get a push down, lower high, and we start moving lower. So at this point, I'm like, okay, if we close below this 3-minute gap, I'm shorting 100%. So we get this strong displacing close, and I had my stop above the 3-minute body. Now, yes, it's 100 points, but like the volatility was insane today. There was really nothing you could do. You just had to size down. I took this with like 3 micros. So my stop was what, like $600, and then I ended up hitting TP for like $1,800 or whatever. I think it was just under $1,700 something per account. So like you got to look at it like that. Even though it's 100 point, you just size down to micros. So again, we come up, we leave this 830 data low, we print low resistance liquidity, we tap into our 4-hour condition, we get an SMT, we get a 3-minute inversion. So I take this trade here. Okay, and at the same time, we see ES displacing lower as well. So I'm very confident that both are going to run lower. ES has a data low as well. So like I'm like, okay, there's a high probability that we want to come down and take out the data lows on NQ and ES, right? So basically, I don't want to go prematurely break even. I see this low down here. But what happens is we come down, we start chopping around. So I say if we close below this right here and we get a strong candle closure, I'll go break even. So we get this huge candle closure, fortunately. 10:55, we get this massive candle closure, so I go break even here because at this point I'm looking at this, I'm like, we should flush lower. There's no reason for us to retrace unless we're wrong and we're gonna run higher, right? So I go break even there, and we end up getting retraced on. There was a good opportunity for a retrace off this 3-minute. I wanted to enter on different accounts. I just ended up doing it, but we had a 2-minute inversion right here you could have taken. And I get out just around, I just took the 300 points. I got out around just below, I was looking at 28,800 as a psych level, but then I ended up just manually closing. I got out for around 300. I think I got out like around 785. So just under 300 points. Again, I could have held obviously to the data low, but like I just didn't want to see price do something stupid and retrace. I just wanted to take the win, take the profit. I was like, sweating through this trade because of like I just wanted to get it over with because I literally waited all session for this. So yeah, that was the trade right there, guys. Just under 3R, so around 2.7R. But yeah, super, like really happy with this trade. Again, I'll run through it really quick from the top. Basically coming into the day, I said I wanted to see this low resistance liquidity get run into this 4-hour, and then again, if we catch longs to that 4-hour, I'll take them. But if we get shorts off this 4-hour, I want them down to the data low if it's untapped by that time, right? So again, what happens? Market opens up. We initially manipulate down. We print low resistance liquidity to the upside in towards that 4-hour. So I want to see all of this low resistance liquidity get run through if we get an opportunity for shorts. We get an internal bearish SMT right there. We get a 3-minute inversion with nice displacement while ES displaces lower as well. As soon as we get this strong close below, I'm going break even. I want to see the rest of this low resistance liquidity get run, and then I full TP just above the CPI data low. And as you can see, we hit the CPI low and we're starting to have a move up. I think we might come down to this 15, but we'll see. But anyway, that's it for me, guys. Really solid day. We back at it tomorrow. I don't know what we have tomorrow. I don't remember if we have news. I don't think so, but anyway, full market breakdown in the Discord tonight, so go join. Link is in the pinned comment. I'll run through all of these trades wide and like longs here again, and I'll go through everything more in depth. But that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.